Hey guys, welcome to the channel. The World Cup is here. We're just 2 nights away from the first match in Qatar, and we are here to give you our preview and most importantly, our predictions on this FIFA World Cup predictor website. And it's going to be fun, guys. We have with us Costu, who's donning his Argentina jersey, not knowing whether they'd actually win the entire thing. And then we
Yes,
have
they will.
Devashish, as usual, with his India jersey, representing home where it actually matters. And guys, Kaustubh, what do you think, man? How excited are you?
I think personally, I'm really excited. This people have been, complaining a lot about this being, like a winter World Cup, like halfway through the season. I feel like, with a lot of injuries as well, I feel like, injuries, they happen when they happen, It's at the end of the season when we have summer tournaments, it's usually players having played, over 60 matches and then going to the World Cup. So I feel it's not really any different. But yeah, overall, really excited to see the national teams play and compete for the biggest trophy in the game.
Nice. Devashish, what about you? Excited at all, or you don't give two shits?
Mate, honestly, like this is me honestly saying, and people don't take it in the right way. I mean, it's not disrespect, it's more respect towards them that I couldn't care less. And I genuinely couldn't care less because my relationship with FIFA has absolutely faltered in the last few years. I don't respect this Infantino guy at all. I don't respect any of the people who actually try to keep the World Cup. And with this, all the shit has been going on in the Middle East. Still, they keep it there. And then the so-called legends of the game, Ronaldo, Messi, Neymar, the so-called legends who are the inspiration to basically the youth of the world and stuff. They couldn't speak a single word about the things that have been happening in Qatar. They're not my inspiration at all. My inspiration is Sunil Chetri, who joins his hand and always asks the fans to come and watch the game. I couldn't care less about the World Cup. I'm just gonna enjoy it, man. I'm just gonna enjoy the matches. And even if I don't if someone wants me to sum it up in just one sentence, there's Hockey World Cup in January. I'm more excited for that than the Football World Cup in 2 days.
Great, great. Perfect segue into us actually doing the predictions now for the World Cup. Devashish, take it over.
Okay, sure. So one more thing, the good thing about me not caring and me not having any favorite player is actually my predictions will be very unbiased, and I think that is something that people will like because I don't have any favorite. So let's go on, guys. Group A. Tell me the runner up between Qatar, Ecuador, Senegal, and Netherlands.
I
Um,
think, it's gonna be a bit of a bold prediction, but I feel Qatar is just gonna sneak in.
Of course they will, man.
I feel
Of
like
course they
with
will.
I feel like with Mane's injury, I feel Senegal's chances fall. Like, they're not as confirmed as they were for a second place spot. So I feel like Qatar might just sneak
Do you think Qatar
in.
made like a transaction to the Bundesliga to somehow get Mane out of the World Cup? No, just kidding,
No, but I did
right?
read some reports that said that Qatar had some arrangement with Ecuador. So,
hmm
if they win, you never know. But I
Yeah.
feel like, it's just gonna be one of those things, the surprise of the tournament. I think usually the home teams do pretty well. So I see Qatar
hmm
finishing second.
Man, I'm all for it, man. Let the smaller teams come up. I let the bigger
Yeah.
teams get
And
knocked
of
out.
course, I think it's pretty obvious. I think Netherlands too strong for anyone in this group. They're gonna finish first.
Okay, so what's the prediction then?
I'm
Yeah,
actually
first
going with
top.
Senegal on top.
No, Senegal actually, I had Senegal second, but it's like I think without Mane they're gonna struggle. So I actually,
Yeah.
for me, it's like Ecuador or maybe Qatar. Like
I feel like Qatar and winners are definitely gonna be Netherlands. They're just like, at least for this competition, they're too strong.
so.
I
Our
mean,
final
so
one is
unanimously we agree that Netherlands is going to win the group.
Yeah,
So let's go with
definitely
okay.
Netherlands.
Netherlands is top.
But come
I
on,
feel
guys,
like
Senegal is going to finish second, man. Like they still have a pretty good team. They have like really good players both in defense and in midfield. Maybe they don't have the attack, but
mhm.
I
They're
think
better
it'll
than
be
Qatar.
disrespectful.
I think
I think
Devashish,
Senegal are
like
better
at
than
this, I
Qatar.
think I think we'll give you the deciding vote. I think I would
Yeah,
go with Qatar and he goes with Senegal. What do you think?
they should go with Ecuador.
No. I think Senegal. I think Senegal
Okay,
is overall
perfect.
the
I
better
think,
team.
yeah, democracy. I think democracy wins. Go with Senegal.
Yeah, that's why the World Cup is in Qatar because of democracy. Like, and Group B, the winner. I think we all go with England here.
Group B, I think this is
Yeah.
going to be a really, exciting group with the history between Iran and USA and definitely the
Yeah,
history between England and Wales.
yeah,
Hmm.
the off the
But
pitch history, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I feel
off
like
the
this
pitch.
group is more about the politics of the world
Exactly,
rather than the
exactly.
actual football.
But
Still
again,
will matter.
in spite of, I think England is going to top the group in spite of Southgate, not because of him. I think the
Yeah.
players that they have at their disposal are,
Okay, so England win and runner-ups. This is interesting. My runner-ups in this group are
Hmm.
actually Wales. So you guys tell me what you think.
I feel like again, I feel USA is going to finish third because I feel like their defense I read that they had a lot of injuries, so they're a little short in their back line, and going forward, I don't think their players are in great form. But
Okay.
I agree with you, Devashi. I think Wales, they just have, Gareth Bale, who always turns up for Wales in these big tournaments. And I think it's gonna be another Bale show with him, leading the Welsh over, uh, through into the knockout stages.
If you
Yeah.
go player for player,
Mm-hmm.
you'd probably go for USA, but I feel like Wales just
Yeah, I
has more
agree.
tournament experience, man. Like
Yeah.
they've been in
True.
proper knockout stages in like the previous 2 or 3 tournaments. So yeah, Wales is well.
There's this player in USA who plays for Leeds United, that number 10
Aronson,
Aronson.
Aronson,
And
yeah,
really
in
good.
Brendan
that in
Aronson.
that 3-0 win against Chelsea when they battered
Chelsea, he
them,
played really
he
well, yeah.
was class. He was class. And
Mm-hmm.
every time I
He's
watch him,
been class all
it's
season, to be
yeah,
honest.
man, he has been brilliant, I think. So what are we going then? I think we're going USA
Wales,
or
yeah.
Wales? Okay.
Wales,
Then
unanimously
let's
wins
go with
Wales.
Wales. Yeah.
So Group C, Argentina win it, and the runner-ups, I think it's
Hmm.
Mexico. What do you think?
I feel personally like this Mexico team is, considerably weaker than, the some of the teams that we've seen in the past few tournaments. So personally, I feel Poland is gonna make it out of the group. I think Lewandowski, is in always in good form, and this is going to be his last World Cup, his last major tournament. So I think he's going to give it his all. And even with the likes of Zelensky and I think even Chesney, isn't Chesney Polish? I think he's their keeper. So they do
Yeah.
have, some star power, sort of sprinkled
Yeah,
into
yeah,
their team with Lewandowski leading the line.
yeah.
So for me, I would vote for Poland.
I'm going for Mexico, and I'll tell you why. It's not for footballing reasons. I just feel like with the World Cup being played in the Middle East, Mexico will be more suited to the weather conditions than Poland will be. And so I'm just going all in and saying Mexico will offer more work rate, and they will at least be better than Poland. Poland bottled it in the Euros guys last year. If you
Hmm.
Yeah.
remember, they had a pretty easy good group. All they had to do was finish second behind Spain, I think, and they lost out to I don't remember who, but they lost to
Hmm.
yeah lesser teams below them in the
That's
rankings.
true.
I'm going with
Right.
Mexico.
Okay.
Devashish again.
So I think
Yours is deciding vote.
No, Rohit convinced me, man. For not footballing reasons, we should go with Mexico here. Let's go.
Who said
Okay.
we're a football
Uh,
channel?
Up next, Group D. Let's see who we've got. I think this is pretty easy winner with
yeah, this
France.
one
I
is
think
fine.
in spite
France
of
Hmm.
their
and
poor midfield, they're too
Denmark.
Denmark, man.
strong. Let's go
Yeah,
with
yeah.
them.
I actually have Denmark as the dark horses for this tournament.
Hmm.
Okay, good, good. For footballing reasons, right?
For every reason, Denmark is a beautiful country, great people. I mean,
Oh,
I think this
nice,
group
nice.
again, I think we know who the two teams are gonna be who are gonna qualify, but between Spain and Germany, who do you think is gonna finish top of the group?
Germany for me
Germany.
because of their manager.
I
Germany,
feel
yeah.
again,
Germany.
I would say Spain because of their manager. They've been in good form. They reached the Nations League final.
Nah.
And even in the Euros, they performed pretty well. Their youngsters have gained experience. So I feel this time is going to be Spain.
Just
I
one
actually.
very quick point as to why I
Mhm.
feel Germany will go ahead. I feel like Spain starts off very slowly. They're very slow
Mhm.
tournament starters. So I feel like they'll have a couple of nil-nils, 1-1s before, they find a striker that can actually score them
Mhm.
goals, which will be their biggest problem. So that's why I'm going with Germany. Not because of Germany, but because Spain is not good enough.
I think
Usually.
the reason I think Germany could finish above is the big decider will be when they play each other. And when they play each other, I think both managers are top class. But I think what actually puts Germany ahead is I think they have got the better attack. And I think
Oh,
Spain's defense is not good if you look at it.
no,
It's a
but
pretty weak
even
defense,
Germany's
man.
attack is like they don't have any strike. Who's gonna play up front? Like they have nobody. Like Havertz is
Mm.
in pretty, I don't know.
Mate,
Havertz.
you talked about Mokoko in the last video. You
Mukoko.
mentioned a lot. You know, Mokoko's there, and he has Musiala behind him, man. Like Musiala, Mokoko,
Musiala is not
Muller,
even going to
Sane.
start, man.
And the problem, it's not more about Germany's attack, it's more about Spain's defense. It's very
Hmm.
lightweight. The goalkeeper is also, you can't really trust the goalkeeper. Spain's defense is an issue. So I
But
think
guys,
for
just look at
that
the group,
reason,
man. It's a pretty good
yeah.
group.
Yeah,
I, I,
this I
I am
think is
actually
gonna be
excited for
really
this group. Yeah.
exciting. Okay, so let's
Okay, so
go
we
Germany
go,
as Germany to win and
okay.
Spain to finish
Very,
second.
then we go Group F. I think this one is like all the countries are like, like this.
Yeah, but I still feel,
Belgium and Croatia for me.
Bruyne, Lukaku, I think they'll just do their work. And
Okay. And we go into the Group G. We go Brazil. Of course, they win it. Second, I think for me, it's between
Mm.
Serbia and
I
Switzerland.
feel it's gonna be Serbia,
Yes, me too.
Yeah, I think they're the big men up front. They're just gonna be in.
Switzerland had a pretty great team, but I
Come
think
on,
that
guys.
team now is
Last year,
unbeatable.
the Euros, Switzerland
Yeah, but I
won.
feel, Shaqiri is a year older, and I'm not sure what's Xhaka's situation. I read that he had an injury and he might be an injury concern, but
Mm.
I don't know. I have a feeling Serbia is going to do well. Even like Mitrovic's
Yeah,
been great form for them during the qualifiers, and then great form in the Premier League. Even Vlahovic with him, I
yeah,
think.
Serbia. In my opinion, Serbia as well.
Let's
Let's
go
go
with
Go
Serbia.
Serbia.
for Serbia.
Then we have Group H.
And
Mm.
finally, yes,
I
Group
think
A.
I think my favorites to win this group and my dark horses for this World Cup are Uruguay.
I completely
Group
agree.
of death,
I feel group of
possibly.
death. I would still
I think
say Group
everyone is
E.
pretty dead in that group already.
Exactly.
Oh
Exactly
yeah,
right.
I feel like Uruguay. This one, if you remember, Uruguay knocked out Portugal in the last World Cup,
Yeah,
and
World Cup.
if
Yeah.
you, of course, Suarez's infamous handball against Ghana, so they're gonna be, facing each other
Mm.
again. So I think pretty interesting matchup, but
So we go Uruguay first.
Uruguay top and probably
I'm
Portugal second.
We go Uruguay first, right?
I'm going for Portugal, but yeah, deciding what is with you.
I think Portugal's issue is again manager. I think like
Mm.
it's not that I think some managers are suited to some sort of players. It's not
Mm-hmm.
there's of course there's a thing like bad manager, good managers, but sometimes situation and the players you have are suited to one manager and he just gets it right, like it happened in 2016 because didn't have a great squad and Santos is a defensive manager. They somehow grinded out wins, but this time when they have a squad that can play football, that has a squad that isn't about defending, I think Santos is maybe not the right man. Maybe that's why I think it won't be Portugal. But who you tell me, guys? What should I do? With?
I would
Let's go
say
with the
Uruguay
decided
first,
majority.
Portugal second.
Yeah, Uruguay.
And the group stages are complete. No India, they're heartbreaking.
Go
And
on,
this is the
Himit.
round of 16.
What
So let's
else?
go through this quickly as well.
Ooh,
Netherlands and Wales.
Wales. I think again Netherlands too strong for Wales. I think
Again, yeah,
unfortunately their run is gonna end there.
yeah, yeah. And then Netherlands are again one of those teams with a manager who has
Hmm.
some sort of aura the way he does it, and he's very adaptable manager as well when it comes to
True,
these
true.
big tournaments. So let's go Netherlands. Argentina, Germany is great, man, and believe me, I don't know how
Argentina,
many of you.
Denmark,
Oh yeah, what did I say? I'm sorry. So
Germany. No.
Argent. Okay, no problem. Argentina. That's actually a match that I want to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So I think one thing about the Denmark manager, I think he's one of the best managers at the tournament. People don't know much about him because international football, of course, is not spoken about because it's massively irrelevant apart from the big
Hmm.
tournaments. But that manager is superb manager. He's tactically very adaptable. He's quite similar to the way Graham Potter is when it comes to some sort of clutch moments because he had yeah, good. Yeah, we'll win. Because in the game against Wales, in the Euros, the game
Bro,
against Wales, just let me finish. The game against Wales in the Euros, when they actually knocked out Wales. Wales for the first 20 minutes battered Denmark. So Denmark were playing a back three, and then he shifted to a back four and put Christensen in a midfield because he's very good on the ball. And he asked, I think, the right wingers to overload that side with Christensen, I think, and they absolutely then dominated Wales on that side and won the game. And Spain couldn't, and Wales couldn't. Get a foot right in the game. Despite that, I think Argentina also have a very good manager, and the quality of players probably will.
Bro, they've got Messi, bro. That's it. You can
Okay, I
play
think
overload your players, play center back and in midfield, you invert your wingers, your fullback, play false nine, bro.
I
Messi
feel
is
like
gonna
Denmark will do really well in the group stages, but knockouts is where their problems will come.
yeah,
okay.
Argentina as
So we
well.
go.
the
So we go
Argentina.
Argentina, England and
Mm.
Senegal. Perfect kind of match for England to
Ooh.
lose.
No, no chance, no chance. I feel like,
Oh,
again,
bold
I feel like,
prediction.
England, they're gonna win in spite of him. I just hope Madison gets minutes, he gets a chance to shine, and I feel in the form that he's in, I feel like at least he would be like the perfect sub to bring on around 60 minutes and, add that little injection of pace and energy to the English midfield. But yeah, without Mane, I don't see them, going
Okay,
too
so we
far.
go England and then France and Mexico. I think we all go
Yeah,
France
this
here.
France fan.
Germany, Croatia could have been interesting a few years ago, but I think now we
No,
see
no,
Germany
no.
because
Croatia just lost. Them, it doesn't
yeah,
have legs anymore.
Again, yeah, that's
yeah,
what.
and
It's gonna be
Brazil
the
and
Portuguese derby. The Portuguese derby.
Portugal is getting knocked out again in the round of 16. It's like last year in the Euros.
okay, round of
Brazil.
16, Belgium,
In
Spain.
Belgium. Again, another really,
Mm.
battle of
This
the
is interesting.
heavyweights.
This is interesting
Interesting,
because
yeah.
it's like one very contrasting footballing styles, and I think
Mm.
the weaknesses that Spain have are the weaknesses that Belgium have the players to attack those weaknesses actually. So Spain play this explosive, expansive football when they open up very much, and they give the ball away once. De Bruyne finds that pass to one of the front players, and Spain cannot then track back enough because they're so open and they play this tiki-taka style. So I think that's why, but I still think it will be Spain.
But I feel like you mentioned that Spain has a poor backline, but I feel like a back two of Laporte and Pau Torres. I think
Outsiders.
it's a pretty strong backline. And I
I
feel they
don't
have
think if
Daya on
Laporte
the
will,
left,
I don't think.
Carvajal on the right.
Because are we forgetting that Belgium is like they have the names, but a lot of their players are
Exactly.
not.
I
Up
feel
to
like
stretch. Hazard is irrelevant right now,
this
and
is the
Lukaku
Yeah.
is also not in touch.
Yeah, that's why
yeah
I said
this
I think Spain will win, but
Uh,
I think they will struggle. They could struggle because the style of football they play, Belgium have the players to attack that style of football. It's like counter attack versus expansive football, and the gaps
I
can be
feel like
exploited if
this
Belgium
is going to be
exploit
the
it.
final nail in the Belgian golden generation coffin. Like
I think it's
this
going to
is
be
the
3-1 or
last
3-0 to
tournament.
Spain.
After this,
Okay,
I feel
Uruguay
like
so
after this they all retire.
okay, Uruguay Serbia. We go Uruguay. I'm
Oh,
quite sure
Yeah,
Uruguay.
Uruguay, yeah.
I feel
Nice, nice.
Uruguay. Let's go.
That is the round of 16, and now we jump on to the quarterfinals.
Ooh, we have a repeat of
Some
Wow, so
2014
much
semi-final.
excitement.
really
So much
tasty
excitement, yeah. I
fixtures.
couldn't care less, man. Okay. Argentina,
We have to
Netherlands.
for the views.
Yeah.
Cut that part
अरे यार ये मेसी फैन बैठा है यार यहाँ तो
out.
Bro,
okay.
man, you already know. Bro,
What?
I'm telling you, I see it, bro. I can already see it. On
What?
December
I mean, a
18th,
lot of Messi
bro.
fans have been seeing it since
Bro, Messi is gonna
2010, though.
complete, bro. He's gonna complete football on December 18th. He'll win the World Cup, and I feel he can retire there. That's it.
अच्छा
That's the end of the Messi show.
क्या
But
बात है
yeah, bro,
great.
I think
Great.
against Netherlands again, I feel this is the match where they just lack the firepower up front. Their front line is pretty weak. Even in midfield, like barring Frankie De Jong, they have pretty
Even Wijnaldum is ruled out, right? Yeah.
yeah,
Martinez
Wijnaldum
light.
injured, so they have pretty average partners for him, and definitely, I mean they've been in good form. I think they're also one of the teams heading into the World Cup in really good form. But I just feel this Argentina team, the unity that they have and the run that they've put together of they're close to beating Italy's record for the most number of unbeaten games in a row. So I think personally, yeah, Argentina is going to be too strong for them.
Rohit, you're saying
Yeah, yeah, Argentina, man. Netherlands is useless. I don't think they'll go past the quarters. I feel sorry for them
Yeah.
actually. Such a great footballing nation, but yeah.
Yeah.
Germany, Brazil. Arey bhaijan. Mara
This
mari.
is time. It is
Revenge time.
Neymar's revenge, man. This is gonna be,
Instead of 7-1 is going to be 3-1 to Germany. That's the
nah,
revenge.
nah.
Yeah, I agree. I
No,
agree.
but no,
Bro,
Brazil
I
is.
feel,
I'm going with Brazil as well. Yeah.
yeah. This match, Neymar is he's gonna shut the world up. I feel if this match happens, he's gonna
So
be the
according to you,
one.
how many people are going to shut the World Cup? Because only one team can actually win the World Cup, right? But there are
Yeah,
so
but
many
it
people who are going to
doesn't
shut it.
mean you other people can't perform well, right? It's not like it's not just about who wins it, like the performances along. It doesn't mean like all the 31 other nations have failed, but
Yeah.
there's yeah, but I
Guys,
feel
I'm
like
telling you, we're talking about Neymar, Messi, Ronaldo, and all. Darwin Núñez is going to steal the show.
I actually think another Uruguayan guy, I think Valverde is going to do it. I think Valverde or a
Oh,
Musiala, these kind of people could just come up. So, I think it's 2-1 here. My prediction is Germany, but I think you are going with Brazil. So
Mm.
we'll have to
yeah,
choose
it
Brazil.
is Brazil, Brazil. It's time
So,
for revenge.
viewers, I got France and Italy right, but this time it's not my prediction. We are doing it from the democratic perspective. So don't take this as my
Playing
record.
it safe. Playing
Ah,
it
I'll
safe,
I'll
yeah,
just
man.
tweet it. I'll tweet my
already.
predictions. Don't worry. Okay, and because I'm quite sure if Germany Brazil win, then Brazil will lose because of tactical reasons. But again, that's a different story. So England and France then face each other. This is
Oof.
like this is like two two managers who are not really liked by the nations or by the
Mm.
group of fans they have. It, but one has won the World Cup, so he has some sort of credit in the bank.
I feel like, this time, even, being in France, everyone that I've spoken to, they're not, really that confident about this team. Like, yes, they have a pretty solid backline and even their front line, they have their explosive forward. But if you
Midfield is
look
an
at their
issue.
midfield, really like
Yeah.
devoid of any experience at, the World Cup or international tournaments as such. And if when you're taking Genduzi and Veretout to the World Cup, I think
Mm.
that just shows you the amount of injuries that they've suffered.
So we go
So,
England.
I'm going England.
I
So
mean,
England is
I
making to the
wouldn't go
semi-finals.
that far. I wouldn't go
No,
that
England is.
far.
That's all they could. That's as far as they're going to get. But they are going to go past the quarters. Yeah.
I feel like, in my opinion, it would be France that goes through. What do you think, Devashish? You again have the deciding vote.
Yeah, I don't like that. Uh,
See, this is one of the games where I'm not going with any rhyme or reason. I just have a gut feeling that England is going to pull a rabbit out of that. Southgate is going to pull a rabbit out of that.
I think, I just feel like, France's firepower is such, I actually, when I went to watch their match, I honestly like Mbappe, like, everything off the field, of course, like he's not been the
Hmm.
best, most professional person, but trust
On
me
the
when
field,
I
he's
tell
been.
you, like every time he touches the ball, it's like, everyone is on the edge of the seat because they know this guy can just do something out of nothing. So, I
Mhm.
just feel the fact that they have the likes of Mbappe, obviously Benzema with him, even Giroud has a lot of experience, Griezmann, Dembele. I think, yeah, it's gonna be they at least they're not gonna go out without a fight.
Devashish has bought himself some time to finally have the deciding vote. So,
okay. Guys, what? Just give me a minute. I'm looking at France's group.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, no, because I think you must be aware about it. The last four
Yeah,
World Cup
yeah.
winners have been knocked out in the group stages, but
hmm.
this time the group is so easy.
Easy.
Like this
Yeah,
time
yeah,
the group
yeah.
is, because I had a feeling France might not even make it out of the group because Deschamps has lost the dressing room. He lost it in
Hmm.
Hmm.
2019. He hasn't lost it now. He lost it in 2019. But the group is so easy. So I just think, they are gonna go through. This match, I think England, because England have a structure. They play with a rhythm, and players know what they are supposed to do in that system. France, since they won the World Cup in the last 2 years, I've seen Deschamps going from a diamond, then a back three, then a back five, with the midfield also not being, the midfield is not there actually. The midfield with experience is not there. That is the reason I think England will win this.
I just feel like you're backing Maguire over Mbappe, which I just can't
No,
understand.
I don't go over individuals. You know me, Kaustubh. Now we have worked together long enough that I'm
But
not just gonna make up any
yes, you
reason for
can
that.
you can plan out tactically everything, but if your defender
It
just
only takes
goes and
one
makes a
mistake in the
mistake,
knockouts, right?
bro,
Yeah.
all of your tactics, they mean nothing. But
Okay, then
anyway, I
Anyway, let's
agree.
just go
Like,
with
fine,
England
it's fine.
since both of us are.
ठीक है भाई, ठीक है भाई, हो गया फिर फ्रांस ही फिर. Okay, we go
Bro, let's
France.
keep it spicy, man. That's what's needed.
Yeah.
yeah, since I'm staying here, I have to at least back my boys.
Yeah, true. Next.
And then you
Okay.
can see like
Hello.
the France scarf here.
Yeah, and the
So
jersey
for
is
the France team,
Argent.
I'll definitely
And
support
Spain
it.
versus Uruguay. Spain versus Uruguay. This is again my prediction will be different. So you guys go on.
I'm going with Spain. I think it's just one step
Yeah,
too far for
same. I
Uruguay
feel
at the
like
moment. They're a good team. They have a hard-working team, but I just feel like they're in the process right now, and probably in
yeah.
4 years' time they might be better. Like they actually might be benefited from the likes of Suarez and Cavani moving on. To be honest with you, I feel like they're holding them back a little bit now. Like of course their quality, I'm not going to dispute that,
Mhm.
but I just feel
Okay.
like it's a one step too far for Uruguay.
Okay, then we go with Spain. Now we enter the semi-finals. So Argentina, Brazil, and France, Spain. How are France and Spain made it to the semi-final, man? Wait a minute. What is happening?
That's exactly how you see. Spain wasn't expected to make the semifinals last year. They are, I think.
Yeah, in the Euros, I'm telling you, I have a sneaky suspicion that they're gonna be one of those teams that you don't look at them on paper and they don't seem like a star-studded teams, like they don't have those finished products. But I feel like Enrique just manages to squeeze the most out of them and get them playing in a way that makes them difficult to beat.
Yeah,
Probably
exactly. I
Argentina
agree. I
Brazil
agree with you.
was supposed to be the finals, man, not
No,
the semis.
no, bro. I really agree with you.
Uh,
You say Enrique. I think you were bang on there. I think he's the perfect kind of manager to push above his weights, and I think he's
Yeah.
perfect for Spain for that reason. I think Spain versus France. I go with Spain. Now I don't know what you guys think.
Interesting. I mean, Costa has to back France, right? He
Yeah,
has to
I
back
feel like,
France.
again, I feel like just the names, the players that they have, and I feel like just the not Mbappe but Benzema, like the clutchness just that he has shown over the past 2 years. I feel like that is just like the
Mhm.
icing on the cake for France in the sense that yes, they have like their midfield is a little weak, but
Hold,
everything around that midfield is diamonds. They're all diamonds are all around them.
guys, hold on.
So
Didn't we pick England to win? Didn't two of us go for England? How did France come here? Like,
Yeah. No. I picked actually at the France because like tactics were meaningless, so I went with France.
see, if the thing is, if France get to the semis, I feel like they will go to the finals.
mhm.
I feel like the quarterfinals is where France might lose out. This is one
Okay,
of
I
those
think
years you only
let's
get.
make it more interesting. Let's take England. Let's take England.
चल क्या रहा है भाई मतलब? Okay, so now it's
Yeah,
England and Spain.
Spain is going through to the finals. For me,
ठीक है
that's
भाई.
it.
Mhm.
And Argentina and
I just
Brazil.
yeah.
Ooh,
This is
the,
where I think
this
it
is
will be.
Devash is going to lose two of his employers because both of us are going to have a huge debate. Myself and Kosto, we're obviously representing those two teams. So Kosto, I mean, let's not get into who we are picking to the finals. That's very obvious. I'm just going with Brazil because sheer experience and they just have the squad that can. If the game goes to extra time, I feel they have the better squad to bring on fresher legs and just do the business and get to
I
the
feel like,
finals.
this Argentina team is like the perfect mix of experience and youth. They've got a brilliant coach. I mean, he's not like, a European trophy winner, but
Agree.
he's the perfect guy for this team who has the respect of the players and who has gotten this team playing some brilliant football. Yes, they did. If you remember, like they did beat Brazil to lift the Copa America
Copa
a
America,
couple of years back, and their recent record has seen Argentina beat Brazil, I think, the last three times. So given that and the form that Argentina is, I just feel like the tide is in Argentina's favor and it is Messi's final World Cup. And I think he's going to give it his everything. He's been in spectacular form in club football. And, everyone who was saying that he was finished last year, I think you got to eat your words. But I think, the form that he's in, the performances that he's putting in, and the team that he has around him, I think
yeah.
Argentina are they're going to be too strong for Brazil.
So the fate of the World Cup is in Devashish's hands now, Argentina or
Again.
Brazil.
Okay. I actually, as I said before starting the recording, for me it's between, like I mean, of course, this is just like went wild and it went all democratic. But my two favorites for the World Cup, one of like it was for me, it was between Argentina and Germany all the way through. The reason Argentina have slightly fallen down in that is because they've lost a very important player, that is Giovanni Lo Celso. And people actually are underestimating how important he was. So if you look at the stats from the qualifiers, he had the most assists in the qualifiers. And of course, stat is not everything, so I'll back it up with something else. But he had the most assists. Then after that, he had the just a minute, yeah, big chance. The second most big chances created in the qualifiers, and after that, he also had the third most tackles in the semifinal. So he was involved in all the phases of play, not just attacking, not just defending. Now, how it also affects is they also have got Paredes, and Paredes is another very good player when it comes to playing through the line, and Depol is also good at it. But Lo Celso is excellent at playing through the lines. So the involvement of Lo Celso was critical in helping Messi being in a certain position. It's a bit similar to how Ericsson helped Bruno Fernandes in terms of staying up the pitch and him then bringing the ball in that area. So I think Lo Celso's absence, because I'm not saying Lo Celso is a great player or anything, but sometimes
I feel
just let me finish.
Yeah.
Just once, let me finish. Sometimes what happens, guys, is a player might not be great, but he's great and works excellently in a system. The best example of this is Jordan Henderson. Liverpool fans wanted him out. Klopp made a system. He excels as that. Paul Pogba, I don't rate him. He struggled at Man United for years. But again, De Jong found a way to get the best out of him. Certain players are not world class, but the way coach used him, that player is almost that player becomes irreplaceable in so many things. And the fact that he has so many involvement going forward and then is also putting in tackles, then also is bringing a lot in terms of his tidiness and the way he can progress the ball. I think Argentina is gonna miss him massively. Messi will miss him massively because Messi will be like, I don't have that player who can just bring the ball very smoothly up front. Paredes can do that, but Giovanni Lo Celso is simply better at vertical passing. Vertical passing is very important in so many matches. So I still think it will be Argentina will win against Brazil, but I think at some moment Giovanni Lo Celso's absence will be critical.
To your point about Lo Celso missing out, like they do have Enzo Fernandez, who's been playing at Benfica, spectacularly playing well. That he's been already linked with a number of Premier League clubs. So I think they do have, and they also have Papu Gomez, and even if you see Brighton's
McAllister, yeah,
he's been
he's
in
good. He's
great
good.
form,
He's
and
excellent.
yeah, exactly. So yes, Lo Celso being there, he was a critical in their qualifying campaign, but I think they do have the players required to fill in for him, and I think I do trust Coloni for in that matter that
Yeah,
whether
he
he
is
will
good.
manage to get the squad playing the correct way.
Let
Yeah,
me
he's
just make
a
a very quick point because
no,
see,
absolutely not.
like,
No.
no,
Go ahead, go ahead.
So we keep talking about tactics and we talk about a team thing as unit, but you guys have to remember this is a tournament, and in tournament football, sometimes all you need is that one moment of quality. And I feel like, of course, Argentina has Messi, but I feel like as a unit, like we build Argentina as this team that plays as a unit, and which is why they'll go to the final. Scaloni has built a really good team, but I feel like when they need that one magical moment, of course they have Messi. Again, I repeat, they have Messi, but apart from that, I don't think they have the bench or the I don't know, the big game now
Mhm.
to do it. Of like the Copa America, yes, Di Maria pulled them through, but I don't know. I just feel like Brazil has that extra something about them. Yes, the manager is not good enough and all that, fine. But if they get to this stage of the tournament, like if it's going to boil down to the manager, Brazil is not even go into the semis first of all. But if they are going to the semis, I feel like Brazil will have the edge. So anyway, the OCC is still deciding.
No, I just said it, man. I think I
Argentina.
just don't see it with Brazil. I don't know what people are seeing with Brazil, honestly. I think they fucked it up about when they selected the final team. I don't understand Richarlison making it over Firmino, one of the best clutch players. When it comes to clutch moments, you need a player off the bench. Firmino head and shoulders above Richarlison can ever be. Firmino's positional awareness, I think they fucked it up there. That just shows me how good the manager is, and the manager has underperformed for ages. This is not the first time they've had a great squad. Last one, Brazil always have a great squad, man. They're Brazil. They have a much better squad this time around. I absolutely agree, but I just don't see. I think every pundit is also predicting Brazil, but I have never went with the pundits, and I've been right for the last I think 4 years it has been, and I just don't see it with Brazil. I just cannot see what people are seeing. Absolutely not. So I'm sorry, Rohit, but because he has Argentina. If he had Brazil, then I would have picked Brazil. That's what I've done so far. But because cost to be Argentina, right?
Of course.
Yeah, then we go
Man,
with Argentina.
honestly, I wanted this to be the finals. You don't need to apologize.
Yeah,
I don't give two
ideally,
shits who
that
wins.
would have been the perfect
Even if
scenario.
Messi wins, I'm going to be happy, man.
Hmm.
But if we all
Okay, so
agree to the
we
same thing,
go
then कोई debate नहीं होगा.
to the final, and let's
I think
take
first
the
we can
third
just
place.
get rid of the third
Yeah.
place. I think
Yeah.
Brazil too strong for
Yeah,
England.
now I agree. Now I agree.
Yeah, let's go
Yeah, now
Brazil
I agree.
third place. Get that out of the way, and then the final. Do you think Spain has enough quality to maybe stop Argentina?
Yeah, I'm not going to talk from a tactical perspective. I'll leave that to Devashish. I'm just going with the heart. If Argentina is getting to the final, I cannot see Messi not winning again. I can't see Messi going this close to a trophy and just not being able to grab it with both hands and lift it up for one final time. So I am going with Argentina, but this will be by far the most difficult game for Argentina. Yes, Brazil. I predicted Brazil to win the previous game, but I feel in terms of pure gameplay, like I just feel like Argentina cannot get the ball off of Spain, and that's where they will have their problems.
So your
But
prediction is?
my prediction is that's all. Argentina, man. I told you, right? I can't see Messi not lifting the
I think it's going to be,
trophy.
it is time that, after so many disappointments, I think this is going to be the time that he finally does it. And I think anything you can say against the Copa America, I think winning the World Cup, it ends all debates and I think cements Messi as the greatest player of all time, especially with Mr. Cristiano Ronaldo getting sacked by United. But we'll save that for another time. So I think, yeah, it's pretty
Okay.
clear my vote is for Argentina.
Okay, man. So what a I can't believe. I think अब हिंदी बोलनी पड़ेगी. बहुत हो गया अब. No, it's I mean, yeah, I mean, if that's what we're doing, then fine. I'll have to make a separate video. Because this is like so many my predictions are not what is going on, but it's fine. I think this is the cut inside prediction. You can
That's
call
right.
it. And so we go Argentina, even though I think this is the kind of game where they probably could struggle against Spain, because the way Spain will keep, and I think if Spain reach this stage, which I don't think they will. So if Spain reach this stage of the tournament, they would have been found enough rhythm and enough structure and enough know-how by then to know what they're supposed to do. As Rohit said, they'll take a bit of time to understand what they're supposed to do. If they get to this stage, again, when I look at Argentina's squad, they have got Lisandro Martinez excellent. They have got Romero excellent. Again, in the fullback areas, there is a slight issue. I'm not saying the fullbacks are bad. If you're in the best place of your country, of course, you're a good player. But again, I think there's a slight issue in the fullback area. Tagliafico is again not bad, but not great either. If you put him up against a Spanish winger, so he might struggle. Is Adama Traore going to the World Cup?
No.
Yeah, okay. What has he done with the selection? How is Thiago Alcantara not made it?
Thiago
I think
Alcantara
it's
has not
just
made it, and they've gone with Aspilicueta and Alonso as the fullbacks. Crazy.
I just don't like Thiago Alcantara, man. Like they've picked like some players. Koke is good, Marcos Llorente is good, but again, like good is good, but Thiago Alcantara, and with the kind of manager Enrique is, I would have thought that Thiago is going. So of course, when
But
a
I
player is
think
not selected,
that like he has a few players that he works with, and if you see Thiago and Ramos were the big misses, and they did not make it to the Euro squad either, if I'm not wrong.
yeah.
That's what
No,
like
Thiago made it to the
Thiago
Euro
made
squad.
it, but he didn't
Thiago,
play.
he didn't play exactly. So like I think it's been a while since he's played, and I think he just prefers the other options. But yeah, a bit surprising, but I guess, we just have to trust him.
I mean, I think then, I mean, of course, this could turn controversial, but I think if then the people put the same argument for Southgate that he has his people, he doesn't want Trent, he doesn't want, then people all go, no, he's terrible. What has he won? Enrique also hasn't won anything with Spain, so it's not like what he's doing, it's working. It's not working. They were the better team against Italy in that semi-final, if you remember. They absolutely battered Italy,
Yeah.
but of course, like you don't get points for playing well or keeping possession. You get points for getting the goal, which they ultimately, lost at penalty. So I don't understand some of the selections, because then we have one rule for Southgate, one rule for Tate, and one rule for Enrique and they're all making the same mistakes of not taking Firmino, not taking someone like who has Southgate. Okay, he took Madison, but he's not going to play Madison. He's not going to play Trent. He's not going to play Ben White. So, and now, so you both have Argentina as the winner. I have Spain, because if Spain get to this stage, again, as I said, if Spain get here, they will have enough rhythm, enough know-how to know what they're doing. And I think that's where Argentina could struggle. But again, we go Argentina, bhai, bhai.
Costa's going to remove his shirt now.
क्या बात है भाई. Okay,
Perfect.
great guys. So that was our predictions.
And I feel
I'll
like,
just
after
further
the World Cup is done, I feel we should come back and rewatch this. And then I think then you will all agree that I was right on.
All three of us are going to absolutely be banned by YouTube and the entire footballing fraternity for our abysmal predictions. But yeah.
Okay. So, guys, we ended up here. And just for the record, not my prediction, just for the record, our democratic predictions. But anyways, we say thank you. Subscribe to the channel and comment down if you. I think a lot of people are gonna disagree in so many things. So just let us know where you disagree, and we'll take these all the comments, and we'll love to react. Why you
That's
disagree
right.
with us, and we can actually then discuss about it as well. So thanks for watching. Subscribe and check out the guys' Instagram pages and Twitter
Perfect.
pages. They don't post any great content either. And then you can then follow them on these platforms. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Bye-bye.